Have you ever watched one of the best shooters in professional basketball get completely overlooked and wondered what everyone else was seeing that you weren't? That's exactly the question WNBA fans started asking the moment the league revealed its three-point contest lineup. One name after another appeared on the list. The excitement kept building, but then people noticed someone was missing: Sophie Cunningham. Within minutes, social media exploded. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were genuinely confused. How could one of the league's most efficient three-point shooters be left off an event that's supposed to showcase the best shooters in basketball? The debate spread everywhere. Former players weighed in. Basketball pages compared statistics. Fans started posting screenshots of shooting percentages, trying to make sense of a decision that, at least on paper, seemed difficult to explain. And the more people looked at the numbers, the louder the conversation became. Because this wasn't a player barely hanging onto a roster spot. This wasn't someone having one lucky week where every shot happened to fall. Sophie Cunningham had quietly built a reputation as one of the most reliable perimeter shooters in the WNBA. Night after night, defenders knew exactly what she wanted to do. They still couldn't stop it consistently. That's what made the reaction so intense. If a three-point contest is supposed to celebrate shooting, then shouldn't one of the league's most accurate shooters automatically be in the conversation? That simple question turned into one of the biggest basketball debates of the week. But before anyone jumps to conclusions, it's important to understand why this became such a heated topic in the first place. Statistics don't always tell the entire story in sports. They matter. Sometimes they matter a lot. But they aren't always the only thing leagues consider when putting together showcase events. Marketing, scheduling, player availability, television appeal, previous commitments, and personal decisions can all play a role. The problem is that fans rarely get to see that entire process. Instead, they see the final list. And when that final list leaves off a player whose numbers seem impossible to ignore, people naturally begin asking questions. That's exactly what happened here. As fans compared percentages across the league, Cunningham's name kept appearing near the very top. Every graphic posted online seemed to fuel another round of discussion. Every comparison made the decision appear a little more surprising. It wasn't just Indiana Fever fans either. Neutral basketball fans started joining the conversation. Even people who hadn't followed Cunningham closely suddenly wanted to know how someone producing those kinds of numbers wasn't participating. The discussion quickly shifted from one player to something much bigger. Was this simply a basketball decision, or were other factors involved? Nobody outside the league offices could answer that with certainty, and that's where the speculation started. Some believed the contest wasn't built purely around statistics. Others argued that All-Star Weekend has always been part competition and part entertainment. A few fans suggested television ratings, personalities, and marketability inevitably influence invitations. Those ideas spread rapidly online. But regardless of which side people supported, one thing was impossible to deny. Sophie Cunningham had become one of the most talked about names in the league without even stepping onto the All-Star stage. Ironically, being left off the list generated almost as much attention as actually making it. Sometimes controversy creates a bigger spotlight than recognition ever could. And Cunningham was no stranger to finding herself at the center of attention. Long before this latest debate, she developed a reputation unlike almost anyone else in the WNBA. She wasn't known only for making shots. She was known for bringing an edge. Every team has players willing to dive for loose balls. Every team has players willing to defend their teammates. But Cunningham seemed to embrace those moments more than most. She never looked interested in fading quietly into the background. Whether it was hitting a clutch three, taking a charge, battling through contact, or stepping into tense situations between opponents, she played with an intensity that fans immediately recognized. Some loved it. Others thought she played right on the line. Either way, everyone noticed. That style helped transform her from simply being another reliable shooter into one of the league's biggest personalities. Every hard foul sparked debate. Every emotional reaction became a social media clip. Every confrontation found a new audience online. In today's sports world, personality travels almost as fast as highlights, and Cunningham had plenty of both. As the Indiana Fever attracted more national attention,